isn't it the way that when Australia faces a crisis, even a disaster, that Australians galvanise and do extraordinary things outside of their comfort zone to help their fellow Australians, even if those fellow Australians are unknown to them? Well, one lone trucker who has a big social media following, who I've interviewed several times on radio, he's known as the Oz Trucker, Mick Williams, is calling on other drivers across Australia to lend a hand to drought-stricken communities and be part of a water convoy to transport much-needed resources to the hardest-hit areas. Take a look at some of his pleas on his Twitter feed.
Let's do something constructive. Our farmers need our help, right? Now, I can't do much, but what I can do is I can drive a truck and I can donate some time. So I will donate a week of my time driving a truck backwards and forwards from Sydney to anywhere out in the bush, right, to help out.
He'd be the most technologically advanced truckie in the world. How good is that? Recording audio and video from the dashboard of his truck. Now, Mick joined me earlier today to let us know more about his call to action. Oz Trucker, come in from Tarmore. Over.
How are you, mate? You got your good buddy? Go.
I wanted to hear good buddy. That's all I wanted to hear. Mike, thank you very much for this. You are such a passionate Australian, as I've discovered in previous forums. I knew you'd jump on and try and help in this terrible drought as you're doing. But what was the motivating factor? What was the straw that broke the camel's back for you?
Well, I've been thinking about it for ages, mate, but the straw that broke the camel's back was Alan's chat with those two farmers the other day and on Sky, and I saw that and I thought, mate, this is just crazy. We've got to do something about this. And so I chased my boss and I got permission, and here we are.
So you're going to lead a water ride to where, and how long will it take?
Well, the short story of it is, mate, all this is in planning still. This is only day 3. But the idea is to go out to Barradine or somewhere out there once we've lined all the permits up, and I'm going to go on my own. I've raised enough money already to go on my own if I have to. But I'm throwing out the call. I want 100 other water carters to come out there with me, and we'll just take some water out. There are a few hurdles to jump across, though, so it's all still very much in flux.
So the potential is you'll have yourself a convoy.
We will, mate. That's the plan.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Now, how much water can you individually take out there? And if you were to get, say, 100 other tankers, what sort of volumes are we talking about?
Well, the sort of thing is that your average farm out there has got a 25,000 litre tank as their main water tank for their home.
Mm-hmm.
And I can cart 25,000 litres in one truck. So one single semi-trailer will take 24 litres, the 24,000 to 25,000 litres, depending on the weight. And if we can get 100 trucks, that's 100 farmers that are going to get a tank of water, fresh water.
That is fantastic. Now, what sort of reaction have you had? Firstly, you raised money enough to get petrol in this tanker of yours, so that was a good sign. How much other reaction have you had?
It's been amazing. I've had interest from, I was with Ben there yesterday, and unfortunately the line was pretty ordinary. I'd like to get to talk to Alan too, but there are other people, other media outlets that are very interested in talking to me. And if I can say their name out loud, we're going to be on Sunrise on Monday morning at about 5 to 8.
So you've had good media response. What about response from the public and other truckers?
From the other truckers, I've got every single driver that works for the company that I work for has said they will give up their weekend to help with the project. And I have had other people ringing me up because a lot of people have my phone number. I spent all day yesterday on the phone, and of course I don't have any answers for anyone yet. So, but there's that much support. I've got a great team that is building behind me. A great friend of mine, Angie, who works for the ATA, is on board, and she's helping me with all the social media stuff. It's just amazing, mate. I've been completely blown away. There are that many real Australians out there that really care about what's going on, and it's just it warms my heart.
Mate, you were the impetus, though. So what we've got to do is try and jump on the bandwagon, which I'm trying to do for you tonight. So for viewers who are listening, if they're connected to the trucking industry or they've got their own tanker, they should contact you. How do they do that?
Well, we've got a Facebook page that Angie set up. It's called Caring for Farmers.
Okay.
And all the messages there will go to Angie, and she will marshal the messages. And you know, the important thing though, Chris, is that there are a lot of rules that are surrounding water cartage, and we do need to make sure that we play with a straight bat and keep all the councils happy and the water people happy. We want to do it right. That's the plan.
Yeah, mate, you are amazing. I knew you'd get involved in some way, but to think that there would be a convoy of 100 trucks taking off to go to Barradine is just extraordinary. This will be in early December, won't it?
It will be, mate. Second weekend of December is the plan. So hopefully we'll load them on Friday and we'll take them up and deliver the water over the weekend. That's what my dream is. So, but even if no one else comes with me, mate, and I've got to go with 2 buckets, you can film that.
two buckets. We will push this as hard as we possibly can from the Sky News point of view, and others will no doubt do the same. All the very best, mate, and we'll catch up and get an update from you down the track.
Thanks very much, Chris. I really appreciate your support and everything that you've done for me, in the past and now. And, I really hope that we can do some good here, because the farmers need to know that the people in the city actually care. Yeah,
exactly. From little things, big things come, and this is exactly what you have done. Well done. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Chris. See you again, mate. Take care.